Welcome to the first ever edition of the Gospel According to Rob Adonis, where we will explore the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me, Rob. On the gospel, we're only interested in the most absolute of truths. You see, down here in the Mecca of Warner Robins, Georgia, there happens to be an entity so great, so much larger than life, and so incredibly fantastic. The aspirations of the owner, well, they can only be described as, well, worthy. I'm going to introduce an individual to you right now who I have had the great fortune of being absolutely best friends with and running the roads with. I'd like to bring out a man who I consider to be my best friend and the boss of the Cash Vault. Please welcome to the ring the one and only Mr. Charlie Cash.
Cash Vault is now open. Cash Vault is now open.
Now, as I've told all these, well, social ingrates and degenerates, especially these ladies in the front row here, Dusty right there, woo! On this first installment of the Gospel According to Rob, we'd like to explore the Cash Vault on a little deeper level. You and Bobby Moore, along with me and the judge and the other members of the Cash Vault, we have already taken over, at your great tutelage, the entire tag team division of Rampage Pro Wrestling. Last October, these championship titles came to the Cash Vault, and they have successfully stayed there for almost a year now. I also know that later on today's show, you've got a man who's going to be going for the RPW television title, and no doubt in the main event on this episode, he's going to bring that championship title right back to the Cash Vault. And finally, the bigger matter at hand here. A most deserving champion in his own right, Mr. Bobby Moore, on next week's episode, is going to finally get his shot and take the RPW heavyweight title from that no-good Kyle Matthews. So in 2 weeks, Charlie Cash, according to my calculations, regardless of what any of these idiots out here think, you should have all 4 championship titles securely within the Cash Vault. So I guess as truly the leader of the new generation of RPW, what are your plans after that? How does this all play into the bigger effect of Charlie Cash and the Cash Vault?
Well, you see, Rob, once I become once we become the television champion, and then when Bobby wins the world champion from old Kyle Matthews, who knows what's going to happen next? We may change the sign out from Johnny G's to Charlie C's. How about that? I like that. But first things first, where is Kyle Matthews at today? I haven't seen him. Have you seen him?
I'll tell you the truth, because that's all we're going to deal with here on the Gospel According to Rob Adonis. The truth is that anybody holding championship gold in RPW should be running. They should be ducking. They should be hiding from the Cash Vault and Charlie Cash, because you have led the most destructive force in Rampage history. Yeah, let's keep this gentlemanly, all right?
Come on, little boy, I won't hurt you.
Let's keep this gentlemanly. Kyle Matthews, Charlie Cash, has got his man here, Bobby Moore, a championship title match on next week's episode, and he plans on making that a part of his cash vault along with the RPW television title. And I guess all Charlie Cash is wondering is, where does Kyle Matthews stand in all this?
Charlie, we go back a long ways. A long ways. But one thing you never did for me, I did for myself. I became the Rampage Heavyweight Champion.
He's 100% right about that.
Hey, hold on just a minute now. I'm not going to stand here and listen to that malarkey. Don't forget, these tag belts was on you and Frankie Valentine. So you know what? You owe that belt to me. That's right. I
don't
was the
get
mentor.
that.
I made you, Kyle Matthews. So don't stand there highly indignant.
I think Kyle Matthews has made himself, and he's proven
and
that.
it's because I love you still, Kyle. It's at Sizzling Summer Bash. I'm going to give you a rematch for that belt against Bobby Moore. All right? But hey, if you get lucky and you don't, and for some reason Bobby can't get it done. What do you mean I can't? You know I'll get it done. You are going to sign a contract for anybody at the Cash Vault to wrestle you Sizzling Summer Bash for that belt.
So Kyle Matthews, it looks like Sizzling Summer Bash could shape up for you, because now, next week's episode, Bobby Moore plans on taking the heavyweight title from you. If he does, Charlie Cash says you get your rematch at Sizzling Summer Bash. However, if you win, then that means in doing so, you're willing to sign a contract to face anybody in the Cash Vault, be it their comeback match or any current member of the roster.
Well, it appears Charlie Cash is stacking the deck against Kyle Matthews. We've got to remember, Kyle Matthews is a fighter. That's why he became the Rampage Pro Wrestling
All right,
Heavyweight
looks
Champion.
like Kyle Matthews is going to sign this.
Well, Kyle Matthews has proven before he will take on all comers, no matter what size, shape, or form. That's the reputation he's built. He is last year's Wrestler of the Year, two-time Technician of the Year in the state of Georgia.
Hold on to your championship title in 2 weeks at next week's episode. But if you lose to Bobby Moore, then this ensures your rematch at Sizzling Summer Bash. You know, Charlie Cash has been like a father to Kyle Matthews. Well, maybe not a father, maybe a rich uncle. Well, fans, you saw it here first on the Gospel according to Rob Adonis. So let it be written, so let it be done, because we have officially handled the Heavyweight Championship of RPW, and that should be coming to the Cash Vault. It's just a matter of time and just a matter of who. Ladies and gentlemen, the pleasure has been all yours, and this has been the Gospel according to Rob Adonis.